This dude, first of all, got him coming down to 136, and then he put in a 10-pound rehydration clause. Bro, if that ain't cheating at his best, if that ain't trying to have the advantage, bro, like I don't know what it is, bro. Like that's soft. And the crazy part is there's gonna be an asterisk, like right up there. If he wins this fight, even by knockout, or wins this fight in general, I'm gonna be like, ah, ah, ah. I mean, come on, bro. You already weakening the guy. Now you gonna make him even more weak so you can have an advantage, bro. Like, how fair is that? You didn't do that to Barrios.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew, that was the voice of Timothy Bradley Jr., who was in an interview conducted by FightHype.com and published earlier this week. Now, you've heard Tim Bradley say that this is a form of cheating from Tank Davis. You also heard him say that if Tank Davis knock out Ryan Garcia or even just win, even in dramatic fashion, that basically there will be an asterisk next to the name and the win of Tank Davis. Why? Because Tim Bradley is providing the perception based on his own words that this is cheating. This is an unfair advantage. This is a form of injustice. Well, I have a take on that. And I said this earlier today, even on Fanon International Boxing Channel. And I said it on my own channel, and I may have said it on someone else's panel. I can't recall. But I'm going to say it again right now. Ryan Garcia has boxing representation. Yes, he does. We all know that. He is represented by Golden Boy Promotions, and I'm going to use Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins as those representations, right? If this was so much of an unfair advantage, if these concessions were so egregious as being advertised, why would his representation agree to those terms and put their fighter at risk and put their bottom line, which means their cash cow, at risk of losing? Why? Okay, then now that I've gotten that out the way, and let's not forget that Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins fought each other, and they fought each other at a catch weight. Okay, let's put that in perspective. Also, I want to also say this because I think this is as equally as important. And I said this earlier, and I'm going to say it again. When this fight was announced, I mean officially announced, that Tank Davis was going to fight Ryan Garcia, I didn't hear nobody on YouTube or in an interview or even Golden Boy Promotions representation make any waves about the weight disparity between Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. For an example, I didn't hear nobody say, hey, you know what? Tank Davis fought in January at 135. And you know what? Ryan Garcia fought in July of 2020 at 140. Man, they're going to compete at two different weight classes. I didn't hear anyone mention anything about the disparity. But all of a sudden now, when Ryan Garcia revealed the fact that not only we already knew this was going to be a catchweight, but that there was a rehydration clause in the concessions, now all of a sudden people are looking at this as an unfair advantage. Needless to say, the bottom line is that when Ryan Garcia weighs in, not the night before in the official weigh-in of the fight, but even we're hearing in the next morning for the rehydration clause that he won't exceed 146 pounds. Let's say he does come in the next morning on the scale at 145 pounds, right? He still have a minimum of 8 hours even if it's just 6 hours, let's say just 8 hours at minimum, to rehydrate to whatever weight he balloons up to at the time that he's going to enter the actual ring. So how is this unfair? Bottom line is that we have to look at it from both sides of the coin.